Yo, what's up, y'all? It's the MMA Analyst here to do my recap for UFC on versus 1, Jones versus Vera. Card overall, I don't know. I don't know if this is exactly what the UFC was looking for. I mean, they had some nice finishes in the main two bouts. I think there was a finish on, maybe 3 or 4. They showed an extra one. So, I don't know. They had a lot of finishes, but I don't really know if it was all that great a night of fights. But, you know what I mean? I got my money's worth, you know what I mean? Let's get right down to it. Jon Jones versus Brandon Vera. It wasn't even a broken jaw. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It was just, it hurt real bad. Brandon Vera quit because it hurt real bad. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe we're going to find out that, something got broke. But when things get broke, people don't sit there and smile and, oh, there's the little mouse on my eye, you know what I mean? Like, they're hurt because it got, but it was more like, oh, he clacked me real good and it hurts right now. And that was that. It's a difficult situation for Brandon Vera right now. I'm not sure what the UFC is gonna do. Right now, he's looking at a Randy Couture loss, Jon Jones loss. It's not like they're gonna cut him or anything, but I don't know what's really next for him. He's got to fight like Ryan Bader or something like that. I don't know. On the other hand, Jon Jones looked good. What's up with the 2 up kicks? Basically Brandon Vera came out, he got taken down, illegal up kick, did it a second time, and nothing really happened from the second time. They kind of just let that one go. Then he got elbowed in the face and quit straight, shelled up. I'm like, oh wow, he broke something. And like I said, it doesn't look like he did after. He couldn't complain about how he thought he won the fight, and he couldn't say this, and he just had to realize, I just got beat by what he kept calling Mr. Jones. Good fight for Jon Jones, at least. Jon Jones came out there, got a nice takedown or 2, did his thing, controlled on the ground. And what's up for Jon Jones next? Let's maybe, I don't want to say something too crazy too quick, but, let's give him somebody in the top 10. Not in the top 5. We ain't talking about, Rampage or Rashad or Machida or I know all those guys have fights, but not any of them. Like maybe Thiago Silva or Lewis Kane or something like that. You know what I mean? Another tough fight. You know what I mean? Don't go crazy with them yet. Just let them continue to grow. But good fight, good closing. Way to keep composure. Good job, Jon Jones. Junior Dos Santos versus Gabriel Gonzaga. I don't know, man. When you come out there, you're supposed to, when you throw that kick, you got to get the hand up from the opposite side. That's what you do. You throw the kick. And when you throw that kick, you put the arm out, so you kick, hand up. You're supposed to just do that naturally. That's supposed to come natural at this point. Bam. It's like when you throw a punch. You don't do that. You're supposed to just, wow. And the arm covers your jaw. And you turn it, this hand's up. You know what I mean? So wow. But, he came out here, threw a kick and was and just got clapped with the right. Might have been a left, but he got hit with it, dropped him. And if we can learn anything from this event, it's that when you're on your back and somebody's standing over you trying to take you out, putting your legs up and covering your face is not enough. It's not enough. Cain Velasquez took care of Nogueira in the last one. Y'all got to figure something out. Don't do it anymore. Gabriel Gonzaga, unfortunately, we've seen a pattern here. He beat Krokop, but everybody else that was tough competition he lost to. Every time he faced a tough guy who was legitimate, he lost. He lost to Verdum twice. Now he's lost to Dos Santos. He lost to Shane Carwin. Basically he beat the other guys. You know what I mean? And he beat Krokop, and that was his thing. And I don't like to use words like one-hit wonder phrases, but you know what I mean? It might be Milli Vanilli, y'all. It might be Milli Vanilli. On to the next one, Chet Congo versus Paul Buentello. I don't know why Joe Rogan was so confused and surprised at what happened. Paul Buentello said, "I think he's gonna come try and take me down." It was all over the, all over the websites. Paul Buentello, quote, "Chet Congo doesn't want to stand with me," and it didn't happen. Chet Congo came out. If he loses, he's got 3 in a row. He's going against a guy called the Headhunter, a guy that isn't known for being too great off his back, a guy that isn't in the best of shape. So he put the pressure on him. Now, was Chet Congo's ground game any good? Yikes. So bad. So bad. Paul Buentello got taken out so many times and controlled so many times and just could stand up whenever he wasn't tired or whenever he decided it's time to get out of trouble. And Congo, never try to pass guard, just content to just stay in that little position and do dumb stuff that will not work against anybody else in the top. And I don't mean Paul Buentello was in the top. I'm just saying it won't work against anybody who is at the top. And Joe Rogan said it, this might work against Paul Buentello, but it's not going to work against Carwin. It's not going to work against Velasquez. He's not going to even get a shot at Lesnar. It's not going to work against Mir. It's not going to work against any of those guys. It's not going to work against Dos Santos. It's not going to work. Heck, it's not going to work. It might only work with Paul Buentello. But with that being said, that's the game plan. He came out. He got the win. Didn't really gain any fans, but he didn't need to worry about that. He needed to just get a win. Paul Buentello's second loss in a row. Definitely not a kind of loss like the last one. This was like a legit, you lost, you look bad. First time I've ever seen somebody get tapped from elbows to the leg. So he, via Charlie Horse. Damn. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to give him another one or not. You know what I mean? We'll see. James Irvin versus Alessio Sakara. James Irvin came back a little too comfortable. When you got a guy, you're coming back after a year off, coming back from, the rehab, getting back in the octagon, got something to prove. You can't just be coming out like, he was all on his side. Anytime he threw a punch, he was kind of doing like the boxing, you know what I mean? The boxing stuff. And it's like, that's not going to work. Like, for like Floyd with like the big ass gloves, Floyd can like push up on you and you know what I mean, do his thing, and that will work. But with these little 4-ounce ass gloves, man, that's not gonna work. And neither would like throwing leg kicks as a counter to a punch. You know what I mean? That's not a good idea either. Cause he's throwing a punch and you throwing a little leg kick. You know what I mean? That's not gonna do it. And then in the end, he got hit with the shot, completely clean. It was simple, y'all. It was, here's the glove, and like the knuckle, the padding right on that knuckle, hit him right in the eyeball. Whether it's a pinky finger or a thumb or a really well-placed punch, you put anything in the eyeball, make any man go, oh. And that's what happened. He got hit in the eye with a punch, though, right in the eyeball. With a punch, he fell over. Oh, my God, I'm hurt. Then they looked up at their, good job looking up and saying, you know what, that was a punch. Man, this fight's over. Man, don't you quit with that. So, that's that. That was not a good return at all. That's not what you want to do. Come back, have a real lackluster performance, throw a few strikes and get TKO'd. Drop to the ground holding your eye and then look up and realize it was a punch. Damn. That's not what you've been planning for. It can't be. Clay Guida versus Shannon Gugarty. Clay Guida got the submission win arm triangle. We didn't get to see that. Vladimir Medashenko, I guess he slapped everyone to death and, took out Elliot Marshall in the process. Dwayne Bang Ludwig, I guess he threw like a real nice punch and then got taken down and broke his ankle all up. That was a 44-second fight. He lost basically injury TKO. We saw the John Howard. I think it was Daniel Roberts actually said, if I could pick anybody in the UFC in this weight class to fight, I would have actually picked John Howard. When you make a statement like that, you can't go out there and get straight. Wow. Brendan Schaub It took him 47 seconds to take out Chase Gormley. Mike Pierce won his match against Julio Paulino. We didn't see that. And Eric Schaefer lost a unanimous decision to Jason Brills. I got 7 and 4 on the card. Honestly, I should have been able to go 8 and 3, but I kind of have something in me about not picking Czech Congo because it's just not the kind of guy you want to pick. He's the kind of guy that'll go out, do something dumb, like knee the guy in the head. When you know, my left knee is lined up for my right knee is lined up for his body, and my left knee is lined up for his head, and actually throw the left knee. Like, you can't do that. So that's the kind of dumb stuff he does. But he got the win. It's what he needed the most. Yo, got my shirt on, Evolution tie. Gonna go to sleep right now. It's 11:18. Gonna get my ass in bed. Wake up at 3 in the morning and see if, Dita can put to sleep KJ Noons, you know what I mean? Now I'm going to be up till about 7 o'clock, go back to sleep, get up around 10:30 and go to work. You know what I mean? It seems like I'm always working. But it feels good, you know what I mean? MMA, y'all. It's important. Peace.